Today, we are ranking the best goalkeepers in FC24. We have an update. I figure we've been doing every single position. Why not bring back the goalkeepers? The only disclaimer, there aren't that many new players, but I might have some shifting of opinions based on patches and updates and sentiment. Broken, rank 1, foot champs, debatable in the pine. You're gonna get in the comments. This is always a difficult group of all the groups. Allison, definitely good enough for foot champs. I'll probably lean them into rank 1. Toss the team of the year into broken. If you have the budget, as it stands, most expensive goalkeeper you can purchase. Beautiful people, you make sure to subscribe, please, and thank you. Highly appreciated. This video, I'm interested in the pine, but I feel like plenty of goalkeepers should go into the debate. That's how it works. Oh, Areola, I like him a lot. I actually used him throughout a couple weekend leagues. This inform was a major upgrade, and he already has that proof of track record. Is lower rated, non-rare, that situation, if you're talking early on and you wanted that discount shopping, he's often a rotational because of the size and the links and the capability and that reputation. I like the inform. Not moving the needle, not getting a bunch of squads, not shifting from the last time. Decent. Throw them into the debate. I feel spoiled for choice. And if anything, when it comes to goalkeepers, we don't see that much variety. Please don't use Campos. I don't care if he gets an upgrade or the next hero edition, rendition, reiteration, recyclement. I don't know. By the way, on a side note, today, I learned earlier that suffice is actually pronounced suffice. Just hashtag organics. All of my life, I thought it was suffice. Oh, that was just enough to suffice. That was just enough to suffice. There's 92 Casillas, and last video, I made a mistake. I didn't put the respect on his name. I had him in rank 1. That is incorrect. The more I go up against him, the more that he has that trump card. Changes games, reactive. I don't know if it was one of the patches, but he's worth the price tag. And I never thought that I would say that Casillas, and not because of lacking any sort of ability. One of the most accomplished and iconic and just goalkeepers with every leadership quality. The cat, talking Elgato. You see what I mean. That's a play on words. The point being that Casillas, this 92, is phenomenal. Also, new microphone, the lighting. I get a lot of questions around this. My stream deck, I got a green screen. Everything is Elgato. I will link that down below. You may have seen I announced an official partnership. If you're picking up any Elgato products or you have questions, run it up. Castiles, he's cool. Petter, check. The 88, for sure for the weekend. Probably good enough for rank 1. The 93 is dumb nice. For many of you, that might be your preferred goalkeeper overall. Number 1 choice, number 1 selection, the best to ever do it. Some of these informs, they're going to be hot takes because I'm not sure where I want to put them. I've packed plenty of them. This is the second inform now. We've had the 84, now at an 87, and I still think he's in the debate. I got more trust for the Italian. Does it make sense? Do the stats properly line up? Not really. Just my opinion. Courtois still has to be rank 1. Easily the most popular choice of the gold rare goalkeepers. Diogo Costa, I like him for the weekend. This Donnarumma, I'm tempted to have him in broken. Best value you might deal with if you're trying to spend on some sort of allocation. You don't have heavy pocketbooks. I love this item. I think that he is the real deal the whole way through. Also as an inform, but I actually prefer the 91 to the inform, which does make sense from a stat perspective, but just my opinion with confidence, and my ego feels better when Donnarumma is in the starting 11. Dudek, I wouldn't sleep on him. I like what the situation is. Erps, not the right size for a goalkeeper. I'll toss her into the debate. I don't see her used at all. Almost never throughout weekend league, rivals, draft, which means it can't just be me. Ederson with the neck piece, the neck tattoo. Give him some credit. Endler would be my choice of the women goalkeepers. I'm still putting her into the debate. I'm coming in a little harsher. I'm not doing it. We're not squeezing it. We're not moving it. I mean, the man is 6'5". If you want a different option, Giroud, I'm very happy with this iteration. Maybe I'm more hyped or more excited. Don't know that he's going to give you the same consistency at this point as some of the more premier or trusted goalkeepers, but fun to use nonetheless. I might be biased, but I have so much more trust when it comes to Italian goalkeepers. I just have a good track record. It's been throughout the history books of my FIFA experience. It's outgoing. Unless someone's just completely off-putting, generally speaking, I rank them a little bit with an extra nudge. For many of you, that might be more of a German scenario, which would also make sense. Big G, we've had good history. That is without a doubt. Put the man into the weekend. Coble can go to the weekend. Maybe this is unfair. Haven't gone up against him, and I really haven't used him. So I'm just going to toss it into the pine. That's not the usual argument, not the normal case. We put a lot of time, effort, and we're studying not just stats or spreadsheets, but actual performance amongst the community. That's just one of the players that I don't have a lot to go off of. In some ways tells you something. For me, Hugo Lloris is more foot champs than he is rank 1. Even Mike, I haven't loved him this year. I'm going to throw him into the debate. I understand if that doesn't line up with your feelings. Martinez can join the debate, but we should never forget World Cup winning. He had that shake. It wasn't a Harlem shake, but it was an Argentinian celebration. Mendy, I'm going to lean with him being good enough for the weekend. I don't see him in a lot of rotations, but he's massive. He takes up so much space. I think there's some fraudulent activity here. Went from a silver to a gold. Navas has had better years. I'll just throw that out there. Neuer for the weekend. Happy with that. Oblak, I never see rotationals in this time either for players with options, but we're going to give him the foot champs at least. All right. We're not going to disrespect anyone. Onana's 85, not moving the needle. I'll give the 87 though, the weekend league. So we're gonna jump up a notch. Nick Pope, I'll still take him for the weekends. You see my Italian bias, unless we want to move it down. But I'm telling you, Italian goalkeepers in FC or in FIFA have almost always been better than expected. Depends who you talk to. I'm gonna put this man into the debate. I see the inform. I know the numbers. I just still didn't feel like he was a big jump start or a game shifting scenario. Ramsdale, you're not using now. I don't think so. I don't think Sandra's getting in. Schmeichel, this is another reason that we see Schmeichel has to be at least rank 1. The other Schmeichel, he's always a weekend league contender for me. Not jumping. We're not doing it. Sommer's a little bit undersized. I know some people like him. Maybe the debate is perfectly suited for that. Chesney, I think that he's easy to use. Ter Stegen, inform, non-inform. For me, this guy's been the same, both items. So that's just my take. I don't think that's a hot take. It's just a matter of noticing a difference. If anything, I need to add the other Casillas in here somewhere, because the difference between the 92 and the 90 is crazy. The 90 overall Casillas, not nearly as intimidating. I'll give him foot champs, but I wouldn't even be mad if he was in the debate. I just believe the 92 is cracked out. I don't know. I don't make the rules. Another Italian. Another weekend league certifiable player. Trapp was okay for me. It wasn't crazy. I didn't think he was next level, but I'll still toss him into the debate. We'll run this into the debate. Van der Sar, what do we do with the 88? Rank 1. And then I'm taking the 92 up to broken. The 90, which is still most commonly used as it stands, I'll put him into broken as well. Pick your poison, your choice, your selection. The 88's good money though. I don't want to knock Van der Sar. We have Van Nistelrooy, which has not been an intimidating item for me, but I see people using him, so we got to put some respect. Yashin has to be in broken with the headgear, without the headgear. We'll make that happen. The second Zidane, I think debatable. Not the biggest guy, not the biggest body type. We don't need this in our lives. Just to be a little more fair, a little more unbiased, we're going to throw an Italian into the debatable. Not doing it. Women goalkeepers have really not stood out. This Zentner, we played an entire weekend with, and I thought that he was fantastic. I was so surprised. I had packed him, and I kind of threw him into the lineup just to mess around, and I thought that he over-delivered, way above expectations, was pleasantly giving out rave reviews. Whether we won or lost, it was not his fault. Let's get into a review. With goalkeepers in particular, even in the pine, we got one too many, so we should bump somebody up. That's kind of where I'm at. Navas is going up. Any of the players from the debate could find themselves into foot champs. Full transparency. They could also potentially be in the pine. I wouldn't expect them to be a clear-cut favorite for rank 1. And as we push through here between rank 1 and broken, and I'm going to give you my preference of choice. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order broken with my best performers in goal. Van der Sar, we're going to take the 90 and then the 92. I've just played a lot more with the 90 than the 92. Similar players across the board. I would have Petr Cech as it stands next in line. I think Donnarumma is going to follow that up. Definitely rate him highly. And then we got Yashin, Allison, and then Casillas. Even though against me, Casillas is absolutely brilliant. I cannot do anything but sing his praises. The guy puts on a showcase. Highlights everywhere, gets to everything. Arms just keep stretching. I feel like I am watching an anime version of Casillas, and he's got superpowers. Or if you watched My Hero Academia, he's got a quirk. This Casillas actually is a cat with the reflexes. It's unbelievable. That reference will not make any sense if you have not seen that anime, but it will make a lot, and you might respect it if you have. These are my choices, my selections. If anything, I feel most confident with the top heaviness, but that's how Goalkeepers also works. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you want me to compare Goalkeepers that you've been looking into. I'd love to hear your opinion. This is genuinely one position where I know we can completely agree or disagree on players all over the place, constantly, as a reoccurring theme. And as per usual, we have a lot more content coming out ASAP.